Hi, and thank you so much for joining me for day 24 of Scraptember 2023. And today's prompt from Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters is something you hoard. And this one really had me stumped. All day I was thinking, I don't really hoard anything. What could I use? What could I use? And then I suddenly remembered this paper from Vicki Boutin Print Shop. It's my absolute favourite paper from the last couple of years. I had one sheet left in my paper pad and I know for sure that I was hoarding it for the right photo. So today seemed the appropriate time to use it. So I'm documenting a photo from June 2020. I really don't have a lot of photos in my 2020 album yet because obviously that was the COVID years. And this is a photo of Ross and James going up to our local Halfords. We think it was to get a replacement in a tyre for his bike. He used his bike quite a lot through lockdown with his dad. They would go on cycle rides and we did buy him a new bike at one point. And we know that he popped his inner tyre about 3 times. It was one of those trips, but this was the very first time that they'd been out since the serious lockdown and they had to wear masks. So I'd made everybody masks and these were the masks that I'd made. So that's what I wanted to document. So I'm just pulling pieces out from the print shop collection to create a layer around this photo. It was a 4x6 photo and I've trimmed the top off because it was just the ceiling of Halfords, nothing very exciting. So it's about 4 by 4.5, 4 by 5 maybe. And as you can see, I'm just pulling bits and pieces out. I don't have a huge amount left of this collection, but still enough to create plenty more layouts. I really like that Oh Hello speech bubble. It is a washi sticker, but I've decided to keep it on the backing because I think it would have just blended into the background a little bit too much if I'd peeled it off this time. So this is the first time I've used one of those washi stickers with the backing on it. The happening today is a cut apart card from one of the papers, which I just previously cut apart and put in with my ephemera pieces, as is that tag. Obviously the glasses don't really have any relevance, so I've covered those up and just have the tag peeking out. And then I just pulled out one little piece from 49er Market Spectrum Sherbet, which is now in it's that label that I'm holding now. It's just in my little pot of ephemera from collections that I've broken apart. So that colour, that blue, just went really nicely with the rest of these bits. So that was from there. Again, this Take Note, I think, was a cut apart. So just getting everything glued down. I really like that leaf. Obviously, it has no relevance to the photo, but it just created a really nice shape on that layering. So that's why that's been used. And now it's all glued together and I'm happy with it. I can get it stuck down onto the layout. So just making sure that it's straight, using my T-square ruler, because obviously you've got that horizontal line going across with the vertical stripes. So I wanted to make sure that it was straight. And I also want to create a little cluster in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm just going to add the title here. I chose this Moments piece from the ephemera pack, and then the photo piece is from the puffy stickers sheet. So it just says Photo Moments. It's not it's not particularly grammatically great, but I liked it, so that's why I'm using it. I just thought the shapes of these words worked really nice as well on this layout. So now that's all there, I can start working on this bottom corner. So this paper that I'm using now is actually the branding strip at the top of the paper pad. So I've just cut a section of that off to sit the camera on. The camera is from Where To Next. I didn't have any cameras left big enough in this collection and I really wanted to use a camera down there. That petty cash voucher I thought would be the perfect place to do my journaling on, and it's got a date place as well, so I'm going to use that, and then a couple of tickets just for layering. Again, that Admit One ticket, the blue one, I think is from my Spectrum Sherbet box, or that box of ephemera. So just checking that I'm happy with the positioning and that it's not too big. I didn't want it to be a tiny cluster, but I didn't want it to be too big. And then I spot this little piece that I'd torn off the layer, the mat that I put behind the photo, so I just decided to tuck that in on the left, just for a little bit more texture there. So now I'm going to add some wax twine to that tag. This is a navy blue wax twine from my stash. And then I realise I haven't stuck this cluster down, so just going around with my wet glue, keeping everything in place and getting that stuck. And then I can have my journaling, and the journaling just reads, a quick trip to Halfords for a replacement tyre. there isn't a lot of space there, so I didn't want to add too much. And then my date with my roller date stamp at the top. So now that's down, I'm looking at the cluster and feeling that the bottom needs a little bit more. So I just pull out this little papyri piece and add that next to the camera, and then the piece that I've ripped off goes above that petit cache voucher on the left hand side, and that just extends that cluster a little bit more, adds a few more layers, and I really like the look of that. Then I'm turning my attention to the photo, and I feel that the bottom of the photo is missing something as well, just fiddling with the wax twine there. So just adding a dot of glue, and then I'll put the glue bottle on there to hold it in place. Oh, I find this puffy sticker that says "This Life," so I think that looks nice layered at the bottom there. And then this is where I just add something else to the bottom of that photo. I felt that it needed something else to draw the eye down the page. And this is a perfect spot for another bit of journaling. So I've just wrote, wearing their Me Made masks for the first time, because I think that's something that we'll forget over time if I don't put it on the layout. So my final thing on this layout is just to add some gold splatters. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do check the description box down below to see everybody else who's joining in on this hop. We're nearly at the end of the month, and then we'll be moving on to 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life. So do stay tuned. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much if you have. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.